Welcome to A Cook With Me. Today we are making salmon patties. This is how I make them. You might have picked up a can of salmon before and thought, where do I start? It looks a little intimidating. Today I'm going to show you how to make these. Not only are these easy to make, they don't take a whole lot of time to prepare and to get ready. They are a good source of protein that's shelf stable, so you can keep a few cans of these on your shelf for the times that you need to pull one out in a pinch. Alright, so let's get started putting together these delicious salmon patties. Alright guys, when you open your can of salmon, if there's going to be some liquid in there, we're going to drain that off, and then we're going to take out all of the salmon. I'm going to show you what to do next. Alright guys, I have a little kitchen helper today. So you may see him or his shadow. He's going to help me. We're going to make this salmon. So when you take it out of the can, remember I said to drain it, and you can still see that there's still some liquid draining off. But I always put it on something that I'm going to work with, and then I keep my can handy because I will put the cartilage and the skin and the bones back in the can for trash, and then have a bowl that you want to put your salmon. Start with this, and here we go. So you just kind of, like you can see where there's some, it's really like the spine or something. You just kind of want to pull it apart. See that? And then it's really fun if you have kids to show this to your kids because it's kind of fun. But
oh, fish!
You see that? That's like the spine or whatever of the fish. So we're going to take all that out. I want to get rid of that. Remember I said I have my can over here.
Fish!
Yeah, this is salmon. Normally you can just kind of take the whole thing, scoop it out. See, I just scooped all that out in my hand, throw it out. And then you can kind of look and see.
Oh, it's a fish too!
Don't touch it though, okay? You can kind of look and see where you're at. Are there little bones that need to come out? You can kind of see them. See, here's some. I'm going to take out those bones. Okay, and so I just kind of work by layers. So we can kind of see we got out that, and we're going to kind of continue to open it up. Okay? So look, we've opened this up, and now you can see some skin, and we're just going to get rid of that, and just let your hands help you. So take off the skin and take out as many bones as you can. There are going to be some pretty fine bones in there. See, this piece is pretty much finished. I'm going to toss it in my bowl back here for my my good salmon that I'm keeping. Okay, so let's turn this over, see what we've got. I kind of want to look right in there and see what's going on. Yeah, I see some bones in there, so let's see if we can kind of open that up a little bit and just take the bones with your hands, peel it out. Now, some people are super finicky about this, like, you know, fine-tooth comb, no bones left behind. I'm super careful to get out as much as I can. But I also know once this is mixed, if there are any little bitty tiny bones in there, they are not going to be detected whatsoever. Okay, so we turn this over and we see you got a big bunch of skin. It comes off really easy. Take it off, throw it out. Take it off, just comes off really easy, throw it out. And I'm just going to continue working on the salmon, taking out the bones and the cartilage. Like I said, I just let my fingers do the work so they can feel what's there. Alright, still working on my salmon. I'm getting ready to finish the last piece that I have here and add it to the cleaned salmon in the bowl. And then I'll add my additional ingredients. And you may be wondering, should you wear gloves? Are your hands going to smell like salmon? No, I don't feel like they do. Just wash your hands with soap like you would after mixing a meatloaf or anything else that you would do with your hands. These are the best tools we have, are our hands. And, you know, try not to be grossed out by things in the kitchen. If you are, you'll never get to try too many things or cook too many things. All right, last piece. And there is the bowl of finished cleaned salmon. So here is what I have left. I've taken out all the bones, taken off all the skin, and I am going to add to this the rest of my ingredients. Them the way my mom made them, that's the way I prefer them. So I'll show you what I put in. You need 1 egg, onion, chopped, plenty of ground black pepper, a tiny bit of garlic powder, and parsley flakes for color. I'll add in these breadcrumbs. I'm just going to eyeball my breadcrumbs. So I'd say maybe 1/3 cup. Eyeballing the black pepper, I like a good amount. Here's the pink Himalayan sea salt. Again, to taste on that, say maybe 1/4 teaspoon, and shake in some parsley flakes for color. And just a little garlic powder, not much. I'm also going to use my handy dandy cutting board. I don't want to dirty up any more dishes. This is out, so I'm going to use this to chop up my onion. Alright, here's my onion chop. It's not a lot, maybe 1/4 cup. You can add however much you like. You can make it as big or as finely chopped as you like. I'm not super picky with it. We love onion, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to toss this in. Alright, now we're going to start to incorporate all of these ingredients in there. Just breaking up the salmon as you go. You can do that step first if you want to. You can do this with your hands if you want to. I usually just kind of take up my fork and just mix this in. Mix everything together until incorporated and you have all of the bigger chunks broken down. And you can just think of this similar to like tuna, but all the work's done for you when you open up a little can of tuna. Salmon is just, I guess, richer in flavor. It's really good for you. Okay, now you can kind of see once you have it mixed, it's a little bit dry. So what I do at this stage is I just add in a little bit of water, enough to kind of work with the breadcrumbs that I've added to start forming a little bit of a paste of sorts, and it kind of starts holding it together. Of course your egg does too. Egg is a binder, so that's going to bind these together. I don't add an additional egg though. I just add a little water. So I'm going to start with about 1/4 cup. Alright, I've added in about 1/4 cup. You don't want to add too much. It's better to start with a smaller amount and then add some in as you go. Alright, that actually looks pretty good to me. The key for these not breaking apart is that you let them cook on one side long enough till it forms a really good crust. Alright, now you can use your fork and kind of start pushing down. You can see that it's kind of binding together. So that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to start forming the patties. You can make them as big or small as you want. So So I'm going to start about that size. And just smush it around with your hands until you form a patty. Okay, see that? Have a little patty formed. That's about the size that I like. So I'm going to continue making these. All right, I'm still using my same little white plate. I am efficient in that way. I figure I've already got it out. I'm just gonna keep using it. So I just rinsed it before, after I used it for the salmon and for the onion. I just rinsed it. Now I have my patties on there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 small salmon patties or salmon cakes, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to get them in the skillet and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm just going to fry them in some cooking spray and I'm going to get them in the skillet. Alright, so I have my salmon patties here in the skillet, and remember the key for these, don't turn them too soon. That's what's going to keep them together. So let them really get a good crust on the bottom, good golden brown, and then flip them over. So on a low to medium, more medium heat, I think is perfect. Alright, here's a look at them. I just flipped them, and now we're going to let them cook on the other side. We have a good golden brown. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this cook with me today. I hope that you will give these salmon patties a try. Don't be intimidated by them. They are so delicious. They're easy to make, they're quick, and just a really delicious and healthy meal.